Hello everyone, welcome to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And today we are going to be cheeky and spill the tea and have a little spy on your person. And instead of figuring out what they want to tell you, we want to figure out what they don't want to tell you, because that's where the real tea is, right? So if you want to join me on this investigation discovery, take a look at the 4 cards, and once you've decided which one draws you in the most, you can find your timestamps in the description and come along on this wild ride with me, and let's discover where their mind is and where their mind goes when they think no one's looking, because hey, I'm a psychic and I'm going to tell you even if they don't. So I will meet you at your reading. They can try hide, but the truth must come. What are they not telling? Group number 1. So, hello and welcome group number 1. We have just revealed the cards of what the person on your mind does not want to tell you. So with the 6 of Cups here, this is the visitor card. So the person on your mind, they could be a friend, a lover, or even an old acquaintance from the past. And you could receive unexpected calls or even messages from this person, or this could even be you reaching out after a long time or reconnecting. I am getting a reconnecting sort of vibe. So perhaps you already know this person. And when it comes to feelings, these feelings could be reconnecting or developing as you are reconnecting with this person. So it could be a past lover who wants to come back in and finish whatever unfinished business you may have. But for others, I feel like this is a person, even if they know you, they haven't got to indulge in sharing cups with you just yet. So I feel like they may want to wine and dine you. They could also be a cat person or just an animal lover in general, a fire sign I'm also getting, or an earth sign. And when it comes to the cups, of course, not only do they want to share good food, good drink with you, they want to share good times with you. So water sign energy, also Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius could be significant. Okay, so what are they not telling you? Let's get into it, group number 1. So to me, it seems like even if they know you, they don't know all the layers to you. And when it comes to you, there's a lot of layers that you haven't seen or that this person hasn't revealed to you. Maybe they're saying nothing until they know more, or they're waiting for you to initiate or make the first move. So with the Knight of Wands, first off, they're very attracted to you. They find you very mysterious and very thrilling. So I feel like you may also view this person in that way. With the black cat here, it gives off a mysterious, elusive sort of energy. So this could be both of you, but this is how they're viewing you. So either you return the favor, you reciprocate that feeling, or you don't. But I feel like it turns them on because they don't know what to expect. You're not obvious about your emotions or your intentions, and they're having fun finding out. In fact, what they want to do is fuck around and find out. And I don't mean it in the player way. The Knight of Wands can sometimes be a player. So this person could have been a player in the past, but now it's like they're approaching you with a serious offer. So even in the past, if they didn't take love or connection seriously, this is like them turning a new leaf. And the way they view you is like the exception to their rule. You could view them in the same way. Their dark confessions is that they have a lot of anger inside them. and they bottle a lot up within them, and they don't want to take their stress, their shit out on anyone else. But this can lead them to overthink, to have anxiety, and maybe sometimes to self-destruct. Sometimes they can feel like a ticking time bomb when it comes to their anger, their temper, but this is something they try hide from the world. They try not to make this obvious because they don't want it to come off as they're neurotic with their emotions. In fact, they try to just put a lid on their anger because they don't want that side coming out, especially not with you. They want to put their best foot and their best face forward. So this could be first date energy, or this could be reconnection energy after reconnecting, after maybe some time has passed and people have changed and grown and matured. This person is definitely maturing. They don't know what to expect with you, but that's what's so exciting. That's what's so thrilling to them. I feel like their friends are a big influence in their life right now. They could also talk about you to their friends. They could be showing their friends your pictures. They could be asking their friends what they think of you. Or even if your friends have met you, they're kind of sussing out to see if you're accepted as part of the crew. I feel like they do want you to be part of their crew. With the grass is greener possibilities, they're viewing you as their exception. They're viewing you as the future. Even if in the past they weren't very serious about love, about connection, about the future, I feel like things are changing because they're changing. And they see you as the future, group one. They've got love on the brain. They're dreaming, they're fantasizing, and they're nostalgic. And nostalgia means from the past. So for so many of you, I feel like you do already know this person. And even if you don't, it's like you give them that nostalgic feeling. It's like being a child again, a kid at Christmas. They can't wait to unwrap and unravel you. And they're loving this feeling of falling in love. Maybe they can't eat, they can't sleep. They feel like a walking, talking cliche. And maybe they're not being very obvious about this, especially if you're not. If you're being mysterious and elusive, they're mirroring, they're matching your energy. But the truth is, you live rent-free in their mind, and they just can't stop thinking about you. They know that they're into you. They feel like the chemistry between you both is good. They feel like you're a good vibe. And yeah, you cheer them up. So even if they're in a negative mood or mindset, you have a very positive influence over them. And they want more of that. They want more of you, group number one. I feel like they're running from a love message. So they're kind of running from admitting their feelings to you. Maybe in their daydreams, they just make the call, they send the text, they just blurt it out, get it off their chest, tell you how they feel. It's like ripping the band-aid off. But that's the thing, they worry that you may reject them and that will make this bleed or turn it into a wound. They don't like rejection, they don't want to be rejected. So really what they're running from is rejection. Because if they told you how much they liked you and you didn't match that energy, they'd feel like they wanted to hide in a corner embarrassed. But the reality is, that's what they want to do. They want to tell you how they feel and how strongly they feel about you. They do want to tell you not to wait for them. So this could even be an indication, group one, for you to make the first move or send that first love message if it's something you're comfortable with, because they're telling you don't wait for them. They're still building up that courage, building up that confidence. And for some, if this is someone in the past, maybe they're still manifesting into your energy field. So don't sit there waiting, tapping your foot. Think of it as like putting an order out to the universe, to a restaurant. And instead of waiting impatiently, tapping your foot, realizing how hungry you are waiting, it's like you're enjoying the wait time. And you know that when this comes, it's going to be the right time. So I feel like you're in no rush. And maybe this person isn't either, but they feel like if they don't get this off their chest, someone's going to get there before them, or that you may lose interest or maybe start up something with someone else. So they're kind of just going in between. They're weighing it up to see the risk. They're assessing the risk about telling you how they feel. So you could get in there first and save them the stress. And if this is how you feel, because they could be worrying for a good reason, maybe you don't reciprocate these feelings. They don't really know who they are anymore, so this is why they're self-discovering and they're trying to take things slowly and kind of move cautiously, because they've lost sight of themselves in one way or the other. And they've got you in their sights, but that could be because they've still lost sight of themselves. Maybe they project who they are onto other people. And you can't tell them who they are. I can't tell you who they are. It's up to them to find out and discover. But they want you to go on that journey of discovery with them. They may have been running from love in the past. They may have even run from you in the past, or even just commitment connections. I feel like they are turning themselves around, and by doing so, they're going to find and reconnect with themselves, and possibly even you too, if your energy is matching theirs. So I feel like the ball is in your court. This person could already be a friend in your life, a friend of a friend possibly. And with the visitor, don't be surprised if they knock on your door, send you a text, or give you a call out of the blue. And it might seem out of the blue, but this could be the universe at work. So hey, trust the process. And I feel like when this person is ready, they will approach you, even if you don't make the first move. So thank you for being here. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this, what you thought, what you'd like to see next. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are also available. Come back and connect with me again soon. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Their hidden feelings. Allow them to come through. Let me reveal these things to my beautiful group number 2. Hello and welcome, group 2. So if you were drawn to the 5 of Swords, the person on your mind, it could be someone that you walked away from, or perhaps this person walked away from you. You could have felt like they were playing you like a game, or this connection was feeling like a game, and there were no winners. So you walked away. Maybe you both decided to put your swords down and go your separate ways. But you could feel like there was nothing left to fight for with this connection. They could have felt this way. If this is someone you're currently connected with, this could be a current issue that you are facing in this relationship, this connection, because you feel like you aren't getting anywhere. There's no winners. That maybe instead of being each other's teammates, yous could be being each other's oppositions, getting in each other's way, holding each other back instead of pushing each other forward, motivating each other and helping each other through. Yeah, instead of helping someone through dark times, someone could feel like someone is just getting in the way of their healing journey or their happiness journey. Someone feels like someone else is trying to get in the way of their happiness. So this is what they don't want to tell you, group 2. So let me spill the tea. They view you as the high priestess. So regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine, high priest, high priestess, whatever, they view you as highly intuitive, highly intelligent, very powerful. Because the high priestess possesses a hell of a lot of power, and the high priestess is not for the faint of heart. So I feel like maybe this person is not for the faint of heart, or the way they see you is that you're not for the faint of heart. Because with their dark confession, you've become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turn off. This is like everything they used to admire you for. They're kind of holding it against you instead. So your good traits, they're kind of flipping the switch, the script, and using your good traits as bad traits. And with the high priestess intuition, it's like they're holding your intuition against you. This could be you doing this to them, but I feel like they may be trying to gaslight you or even manipulate you or convince you not to trust your intuition. And the high priestess is all about trusting your intuition. In fact, this is something they admired about you. This is something that attracted them to you. And now it's a turn off because with the High Priestess, you can see through their bullshit. And that's very difficult for them to handle. It's difficult for them to take accountability. When they get called out, they get defensive. And instead of accepting the blame or responsibility, they try to put it on you. And maybe if you're getting a bad feeling about something, they could just say, well, you're negative, when it's literally just their negative energy you're picking up on. With soulmate everlasting, this could be someone you're married to. It could be someone you're in a long-term connection commitment with. And even if this isn't official, it could be someone that you do view as your soulmate, your divine counterpart. And maybe when you daydream, when you fantasize, that's where you hope to end up, or you wanted this connection to end up. You want things to get stronger. But I feel like the only thing getting stronger right now is your intuition. It's like the relationship is getting weaker, but your intuition is getting stronger. So maybe your intuition is feeding off your relationship. Yeah, it's like it's providing a source for your intuition. So this person could be acting suspicious. They could be acting fishy. You could feel like you're sleeping with one eye open, because with the Five of Swords card here you were drawn to, the cat on the card, it's like one of his eyes are closed. Maybe he's winking. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Or maybe he is literally sleeping with one eye open. Yeah, it's like sleeping with the enemy. I'm hearing a song, Girl with One Eye, by Florence and the Machine. I think it's a cover. I don't know who sings the original, but Florence does a beautiful cover. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of like she's nearly admiring the girl she's singing about, the girl with one eye. But she's also very jealous of the girl with one eye. Maybe she doesn't want someone else's eye on her guy. Yeah, so maybe someone's eye is on your guy, or if you're a guy, your counterpart could be worried that your eye is going elsewhere. You've got a wandering eye. So yeah, I'm kind of picking up jealousy vibes, resentment vibes, with compromise making changes reversed beside soulmate. It's like, yeah, they could be your soulmate. Maybe you could have thought this is going to end happily ever after, but the reality, the right now, is that they're not making changes. Things are stuck. This relationship could feel stale, stuck, limited, boring. And yeah, maybe it's because instead of making changes, someone is just complaining but doing the least. Yeah, so maybe someone feels like they're giving more into this connection than the other. Someone could be experiencing legal matters. So maybe the person on your mind, they're dealing with a divorce. They could be dealing with a separation. They could have to pay child support. Maybe they have to pay traffic tickets. They got caught speeding. Maybe they have an upcoming case, or just fees to pay. Yeah. I feel like they've been wasting time, their own time. But if they're on your time, as I say, time is money. They've been wasting your time too, because all they're doing is wasting their time and not making a compromise, not for themselves, but not for you either. If you've been encouraging them to change, asking them, begging them to change even, I feel like this is them still procrastinating, still doing the least, even if they have promised you the world. This world must have got lost in transit, because what they're delivering is like the bare minimum. So I feel like this could be them going through a depression, and this is them self-destructing. They feel like life is oppressing them, and some way or the other they feel humiliated. If this isn't them feeling humiliated, it's you feeling humiliated. If you felt like they've hurt you, hurt your feelings, humiliated you, they always know how to sweet talk you around. And it may be the same shit, different day, but it's like you've gotten used to this. You've gotten used to the cycles. Yeah, it's like instead of a compromise, you have just become complacent. So someone could feel like this relationship is gone complacent, stale, and someone could even feel the other person going cold, being turned off, because maybe if you're trying to have these conversations, trying to encourage change, encourage conversation. This person could be going inwards and just not conversing. It could feel like talking to the wall. Same shit, different day. What they want to tell you is that they wish they could be different, but they feel like this is how they are. This is all they've got to offer. So it means they're not really viewing themselves in the best light right now. And maybe they feel like you're not viewing them in the best light. And this is why they feel humiliated, because they feel so stuck and maybe in a depressed state that they can't change. They don't have the motivation to change. And they see themselves dragging themselves around, but they feel like they're dragging you down too. And they could feel guilty about this. They could feel bad about this. And they do wish they could be different, but for some reason or the other, they're keeping themselves stuck. And in one way or the other, by keeping themselves stuck, they're keeping you stuck. They're keeping this relationship stuck. So with the High Priestess, I didn't read this actually, I'm starting to see more clearly the lies and the masks of those around me. It's sad, but at least I can also see the gifts of our connection. So they view you as highly gifted, highly intuitive, but the things that they admire about you could be what they hold against you the most. Because you are gifted at calling them out on their bullshit. They could say, I'm changing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'll start tomorrow. And you're like, yeah. whatever. So this could just be your general feeling, whatever. And it's because that's how they feel. They just feel like, whatever. Eye roll, shrug about everything. I'll do it tomorrow. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And this is you kind of deciding that you're not going to allow their energy or their stagnancy to keep you stagnant. And this could even be you feeling like you're outgrowing this connection, outgrowing this person. They wish to be like you. They wish they were as intuitive as you. They wish they could receive the messages. They could feel connected to the divine. Right now, they just feel disconnected from themselves, from the divine, from this relationship. And they wish they had that faith that you have, that positivity that you have, that go-getting, motivated attitude. In fact, they're a no-getter instead of a go-getter. And that's why nothing has been getting or giving in their life, because they haven't been giving. And you could feel like they're not giving to you or this relationship either. I'm also thinking of a song, because with the Five of Swords, I'm seeing the crescent moon in the background. And this song is also quite interesting. I love it. Whole of the Moon, the Waterboys. Fiona Apple also does a beautiful cover. Listen to both versions if you like comparing. Regardless, a beautiful song is a beautiful song. But it's an interesting song because they're admiring someone about how naturally gifted they are and how everything seems to gravitate towards them. And they're saying, I saw the crescent, but you saw the whole of the moon. Well, you just stayed in your room. I went out exploring the world looking for this. And I still didn't get it. I still didn't see it. I still didn't find it. You didn't even move and it all just fucking came to you. Yeah, so it's like they're jealous of your success, your prosperity, your glow up, your go-getting attitude, because they've got a no-getting attitude. And this lack mindset could be being projected onto the relationship, projected onto you, and you could feel like you're not enough because this is their ick sort of rubbing off on you. So they could be giving you the ick, even if they're sweet talking and making all these promises. I feel like you're seeing things for what they are, seeing them for what they are. And if they're just giving empty promises and a lack of change, then I feel like you're going to be reconsidering how much you're going to give to them in the future. So thank you for being here with me today. Let me know down below if you resonated. This isn't the easiest message because, of course, everyone struggles sometimes. It's not nice to take it out on each other, but ultimately it's their feelings, and as negative as they may be about their self-worth, this message is for you, and I'm always going to encourage you to do what feels right for your self-worth. And you are the High Priestess, the High Priest, so you know intuitively what's right for you. So never doubt that intuition and always follow it, because it will never steer you wrong. So make sure to come back and connect with me again soon. Like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. With the Nine of Swords, they're losing sleep. Let's reveal why to group number 3. So, group 3, the Nine of Swords can reveal stress, insomnia. This can be someone who feels trapped in their own thoughts, and they could feel like they're on a downward spiral mentally. I'm hearing that song Insomnia by Faithless. I can't get no sleep. So someone could be English. But yeah, like someone is kind of just up late and they can't sleep and they're just finding themselves drawn to the wrong things, things that make them feel worse instead of better. But, you know, at the time, it feels good. It makes you feel full, less empty. Someone's feeling empty inside and someone's trying to fill that void with whatever pleasures, temporary pleasures. And the thing is, they feel like they can't make this feeling last, this happiness last. So everything is feeling fleeting and temporary for them. And when it comes to you and what they don't want to tell you, they don't want to tell you how empty they truly feel inside. They want to come across as like they're fun, they don't care, they just do their own thing, and hey, isn't this great? And maybe you could feel like they're coming across as, oh, you know, I don't give a fuck, I don't care. But deep down, they do. But it's like, with this void, this emptiness, they could go from caring too much to not caring at all. They could also numb themselves, use things, substances, even other people to numb themselves. Maybe they've been accused of being a user in the past of different things, different people. With the Ten of Swords, I feel like this comes from their pain. I was betrayed so many times in the past that I prefer to end things before they even start to avoid that type of pain again. So if this is someone who has walked away from you, broken up with you, ghosted you, the reason is because they want to get there first. They want to make the first blow, and they want to end it because they don't want you to do it to them. They've already been hurt and been the victim too many times. They could be in a victim mentality, a scarcity mindset, a lack mindset. And they feel like all people do is take and hurt them. So they want to take from people before they get a chance to do it to them. They want to hurt others so they can't get there first. It's all a game to them. And they are in that player mentality, a strategic mindset. So even if they're not being a player in terms of being on the streets, hopping into everyone's bed, I feel like they're playing in the sense that their relationships are games. It's an ego contest. And they feel in competition with everyone that they meet, even their lovers. So instead of working with their lovers, they compete against their lovers. They could have a tendency to be jealous of their lovers, controlling, oppressive, because they don't want their lovers hurting them. But then in turn, it could make them hurt their lovers, even if it's unintentionally, by them being so caught up on always being the winner. It makes them the loser in the end, and they've lost out on a lot of connections that were important to them in the past because of this mindset. Because they project their pain onto everyone else. They assume this person is going to hurt them like this person did. Maybe their ex, they can't get over how their ex did them dirty, and they assume every relationship will. They could have mother-father issues and project that onto their friends, their families, their relationships, onto you, group 3. So they know that the way they've treated you in the past is wrong. So I feel like this is someone who you at least had a strong connection with. If not presently, at least in the past. So if this isn't a past lover, a current lover that you're having issues with, this could be a family member. Because if it's not love energy, this is definitely familial or even like a toxic friend. But they know that how they did you dirty was wrong. But their excuse is that, well, hey, people did me dirty in the past, so Huh, what do you expect? Huh, what do you know? Yeah, they come off like they don't give a fuck. And it's because their ego is too big to care. Literally, their dark confession, I don't feel guilty for how I treated you. But then it says the way I have treated you was wrong. So it's like this person could switch from feeling too much to feeling nothing at all. And that could really confuse you because you're wondering, like, do they care? Do they care too much? Is that why they're so jealous, possessive? Or do they not give a fuck at all about me? Are they the one that's out doing these things and accusing me of doing it? What are they projecting? Why are they projecting? Why is the operative word? And I do feel like with regrets, mistakes coming up here, they're capable of feeling regret. They're capable of feeling guilt. But they'd rather numb it out because they don't feel like guilt is a useful emotion. And not that they're wrong. I mean, I suppose I agree with them in that sense. But if something's keeping them up at night, if it's not their guilt, then what is it? Because if your conscience is clean, you should be able to sleep okay. So maybe their conscience isn't clean. Maybe the way they've treated people in the past, or some things, plural, they've done in the past aren't so good, and that's what's keeping them awake. They could even have legal issues. If they're not going through them right now, these could be ongoing or oncoming legal issues, and they could be trying to hide that from you. Maybe they're not very vocal, or they don't broadcast their legal issues, but they could be going to court. They could have a judge on their back. Immigration, this person for some could be from somewhere else, from a different country. Maybe it's visa issues. They may even have to go back to their home country, lawyers, etc. So for some of you, like, this person could work in the legal field, but they just feel like something is unfair, and it's unfair how people have hurt them. So to kind of get back at the world, to get back at whoever hurt them, they're just going to hurt whoever is in their atmosphere right now, in the present moment. Yeah, and it's like someone could even be making a plea deal or a deal with kissing ass beside the legal issue. Someone could find a way of getting out of trouble, getting out of the consequences. This person isn't used to taking accountability for their consequences because in the past they've always got off lightly or even scot-free. So maybe if this person has an issue with one parent, another parent was too submissive, and they know how to get around people. They're a master manipulator, is what I'm seeing here. And they can look sad with their regrets, mistakes, but I mean, look in his eyes there. I mean, does he, well, there's one eye. Yeah, it's like, yeah, one eye open. So they're kind of trying to, get on with the present moment, but they've kind of got their mind in the past, one eye open to see what's ahead, because they don't know what's coming ahead. They don't know how their past is going to catch up with them. They just know that it is catching up with them, and it's going to catch up eventually, no matter how fast they run. Yeah, so it's like the past is keeping them awake at night, and they could say sorry, apologize, but when they say sorry, like, when you look in their eyes, you don't know if they mean it. You don't know how genuine they are when it comes to their guilt. And you're wondering why. Can they feel guilt? For some, not all, this person could be, maybe they could have narcissistic traits, tendencies, even sociopathic. And a lot of this could go back to childhood. So if they had a very traumatic childhood, I seen 1111, this could be coming back to haunt them in the worst kind of way. They could have been living the thug life, the drug life. They could have ended up with their ass in a police station in the past. This could even be in the future, because the legal issues, the thug and the police station, I mean, hey, this ain't looking good for your person, group 3. So it's like they're self-destructing, and maybe they think the police can make them take accountability, or the law, because they've never learned how to take accountability. So this is them learning how to take accountability one way or the other, maybe the hard way. Maybe that's the only way they learn, group 3, is the hard way. They don't feel like they had an easy life, and when it comes to their purpose or what they're here to do, they don't feel like they can just fit into normal life easy. They could feel like a black sheep in the world of the family. They could even be a lone wolf sort. And that's why you could feel like it's hard to get them to act as a team player or even, you know, collaborate in this connection with you, because they don't even trust you. And because of that, you don't know how much you trust them. And they're also telling you they can't promise you anything, because in the back of their mind, they don't know what the future holds, because they don't know what's going to come up or creep up. Yeah, and the past is creeping up, and they're trying to creep away from the past. But you could look at them and think, well, what the fuck? Why are you creeping? What? So it's like they don't mind if you walk away, because they kind of feel like inevitably you will anyway. They're feeling like they're just making their moves and they're trying to think before they move, like a chess player. But eventually, the law, karma, catches up with you in the end. I'm hearing a song, is it The Clash? I fought the law and the law won. So, the law certainly does put up a fight. So maybe this person was in a fight. And even if this isn't a physical fight that they're maybe being called out for or dealing with the consequences of, this is an inner battle, a spiritual battle. They could feel psychically or even spiritually attacked right now. And they could feel like they've got some demons, some negative entities within them. And maybe when they speak, sometimes you see these demons come out. Yeah, the things they say could be demonic sometimes. And sometimes when you look in their eyes, even when they're saying things like, I'm sorry, I love you, they could be saying things with all the right emotions in the right way. But when you look in their eyes, is there anything there? I see you questioning this and maybe answering this question by really looking, taking a deeper look into their eyes. Look into my eyes. That's how you hypnotize people. Yeah, it's like, don't look away. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah, and in a way, group 3, it feels like the lights are on, but there's no one home. And you're wondering if this is you keeping a light on for someone who is just wasting your energy, wasting your electricity, because they can't give back what you're giving. They can't give you or return that love because you're not even sure if they feel it in the first place. If they don't love themselves, can they really love you? And maybe that's why they can't promise you anything right now, because they can't even promise themselves a future. They're kind of just waiting for everything not only to unfold, but also to fall apart. They expect every good thing in their life to fall apart. And yeah, they've learned to build up their ego to deal with the disappointments, because, hey, nothing can disappoint you if you don't expect. Yeah. I'm hearing a song by Fiona Apple called Oh Sailor, and the chorus, well, I was thinking of a verse, everything good I deem too good to be true. Everything else is just a bore. So out of boredom, just to feel something, they're doing destructive things, self-destructive things. And in the chorus she says, oh sailor, why did you do it? What did you do that for? So you could literally be asking someone, why did you do this? And they could just say, well, to feel something. Because right now, I don't feel much of anything. In fact, I feel nothing. And I may have regrets and mistakes. I may tell you that my guilt keeps me up at night, but it doesn't. It's the fact that I'm bored and I want to feel something. So I'd rather feel hard done by than nothing at all. So yeah, this is a bit of a weird one, a bit of a strange energy. So please do let me know down below if you resonated, if you kind of know who this is, why they're like this, why they're feeling like this. And hopefully both you and this person can overcome this dark strange feeling. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available. Any suggestions are welcome below. Come back, connect with me again soon. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. If getting their truth feels like a chore, well then, that's what I'm here for. Group number 4. Let's reveal. Hello and welcome, group 4. So if you're drawn to the 9 of Wands, you know what that means? You know what that means. So either you or the person on your mind has deep wounds, deep trust issues from the past. So this could even be both of you. And in some way, shape or form, you could be taking these trust issues out on each other by not fully trusting each other, not fully trusting this connection. Because, hey, it's like the past has taught you the hard way or taught them the hard way. So someone doesn't want to repeat the same mistakes, the same cycles. This could have been someone you were stuck in a toxic cycle with. This could be someone you're currently caught in a cycle with, or an ex that it took you a long time to get out of this cycle. For others, it could be someone who you thought there was a lot of potential with the connection, but it didn't actually go anywhere. It was a nothing burger, because when it comes to trust issues, the trust issues were stronger than the feelings, than the love, than the potential. The past was stronger than the future. With this one, with this connection. And if it is a connection you're currently in, for some of you, you could feel like, you're not seeing this connection clearly, because, this cat here, it's like one eye is closed. It's like a pirate. Arr. Someone's name could begin with R, or someone could just be feeling frustrated, like, But regardless, it's like someone got wounded in the war, and now they view all relationships, all connections as a battle, and they wear their wound proudly. They may even display their battle wounds in order to be, congratulated on overcoming this. So for some, it could be someone who's not shy about their past, but for others, it's like if they can hide their wounds, they will, because they don't want to talk about it. It's something that you feel like even when you try talk about their wounds in the past, that they completely close off towards you or shut you out. You could feel shut out of their past, and you could feel like that, well, they're not over. And what is it that they're not talking about? What is it that they're not over? So I feel like it's different. There's kind of 2 different energies I'm picking up on. It's the same energy, but for some, your person likes to show off their battle wounds, and for others, they hide them for all their worth, because maybe they view it as a weakness instead of a strength. So even their scars that have shown what they've been through, they feel like it's a weakness that they went through it in the first place. This person could be in their masculine energy. Will I say divine masculine energy? They're in their masculine energy. That's what I will say. And the potential for divine masculine energy is double. It's endless here, because we have divine masculine twice. So if this is a feminine, if you're a masculine or even a feminine watching this, thinking of a feminine, this feminine is in her self-sufficient masculine mode. She doesn't trust, maybe she doesn't trust men, and that's why she's being the man. Who the man? She the man. Yeah, there's actually a movie called She's the Man. That could be significant for some. Who was it? Who were the actors in that movie? Amanda Bynes. I hope she is doing well, whatever she is, whatever she's recovering from, going through. Because as we know, Amanda Bynes was a victim. She did have her wounds, and, people viewed her as crazy until it all came out, what she went through as a child entertainer. Someone could have been abused in their past relationship. Someone could have even been abused as a child, and this is their wound. This is something they will not speak about. That's why they won't go to the past, because they can't. It's just far too painful to go back. So they just don't want to. And that's them being in their masculine energy. They're not sensitive. They're not nostalgic. They'd rather shut it off completely and never go there than allow it to overtake them, overcome them emotionally. They put a lid on their emotions and bottle them up because they feel like they've got other shit to do. They could be very work focused, success focused. They could even be a workaholic, or they could just use work as an escape. So you could feel like if this is a person you're actively connected with, in a way they use you as an escape. And yeah, used being the operative word, because you could feel like you're an island even when they're with you, holding you. You could still feel alone. Their dark confession is we are living two separate lives. So even when you are connected, there's a distance, a divide. I am hearing a song called We're Good by Dua Lipa. And I'm just thinking of the first line, I'm on an island, even when we're close or even when you're close. So either you feel this way about this person or this person feels this way about you. It's like they're trying to connect with you, but they can't. Something's stopping them. There's a wall that's up. It could be their own wall that they've built up to protect themselves. This is them trying to be discerning. They're trying to protect themselves from future hurt, future pain. But by protecting, they're also projecting. And you could feel rejected by this person in one way or the other, or you could have rejected them. And this is like adding to the list of wounds. So it's kind of just adding up. Things are adding up and weighing you down. And this person feels weighed down with themselves, weighed down within themselves. Yeah. With the Four of Pentacles, the reason you feel like they just can't fully connect with you is because they like to keep themselves separate. They like to keep their life separate from yours. Even in a connection, even if you are intertwined in other ways, they need to feel that self-sufficiency, that independence. They are in their hyper-masculine energy regardless of their gender. They want to stand on their own 2 feet and they don't want to rely on you or be codependent. I feel like neediness turns this person off. So if anything, this person wants to be the opposite of needy, is like they don't need anything or anyone, but then they're not coming off as loving, giving, because they don't need it, so they don't seek it. But then you're thinking, well, what's this for? What am I for? Am I just here to be used? Yeah. So you could be considering ending a relationship with them, because that song, it's good. It's about, it's like a breakup song before you get to the breakup part. This is someone considering a breakup, weighing up the options. Is this relationship elevating me or is it weighing me down? They could be in a similar mindset. They do hold on to things that don't serve them, material things, relationships, people, because they hate losing. They'd rather be using than losing. So they'd rather use you than lose you, even if they're not fully giving to you or connecting with you. They don't want you gone because they feel like, oh, well, then I don't win the game. They're kind of thinking of things more as a game than real life. This person could be a big gamer, and that's another way they escape. They don't like sharing their innermost thoughts, their deepest fears, even their deepest fantasies, their darkest fantasies. They could actually have a lot of dark fantasies. And I feel like you could be in these fantasies, but they're not good at expressing. Their expression is terrible, especially emotionally. They're emotionally immature. So that's why I can't say they're in their divine masculine, because they're not. They're immature, and a divine masculine would be maturity, would be top of the list with divine masculine. Spirituality, maturity, they need more of these things in their life. But they feel like they need more understanding, because that wall never came down because no one ever cared enough to break it down in their mind. In the past, there could have been a third party interference. If this is someone you're broken up with, this could be why you went your separate ways, because you were feeling disconnected and they went behind your back. Maybe you even went behind their back because they weren't giving you anything emotionally, even physically. Someone could have saw affection, attention elsewhere because they felt like they weren't getting it in this connection, because someone was emotionally void, just completely distanced, not there. And if it is something that you have gotten through, overcome, if you're still connected to this person, it could be something that's always in the back of their mind, in the back of your mind, and it's something you hold against each other. It's another wound to add to the great collection. This person's like a coin collector, but a collector of wounds. And yeah, it's like they keep a list, a little black book of people they hold a grudge against. And, you know, if you've got a red mark on your name, this person is, you'd rather them be your lover than your enemy, certainly. But the way they love is still very selfish. Yeah, it's a selfish kind of love, because maybe this person is still too immature to fully be selfless. You could be trying to teach them or encourage them, but ultimately it has to be up to them. They're in their hyper masculine independent era, so unless they decide to do it, unless they want to do it, they're stubbornly not going to do it. And this could be very frustrating for you. They don't know where to start. They know they'd like to have a fresh start with you, with this relationship, but if they feel like there's so much water under the bridge, wounds in the collection, they're like, well, where do we start? Look, my eye is out already. Like, what? So yeah, someone could have a wandering eye. This could be someone that you ghosted in the past. It could be an on-off toxic connection. You feel like they're hot and cold. They're either very loving, very passionate, very sexual, or just not at all. It's either void or too much. Too much or not at all. Yeah, and it could keep you hanging on because you're walking on eggshells. You don't know what they're going to do next, say next. You don't know how you're going to feel next. So it's like you're living on your emotions, living on the edge with this person. But the thing is about living on the edge, you don't know who's going to fall off or whether they're going to save you or push you off ultimately. Ooh, that sounds very nefarious. Yeah, I don't feel like they're completely nefarious. They are a show off though. They live in their ego. They fake flex. They pretend they have more money than they do. They pretend they're more successful. They're more talented. They're better looking than they really are. They put a facade up, a mask. This could be them projecting online. Maybe even just projecting to you that they're very wealthy, that they're living the life that they've always wanted to live. Look at this money. I mean, what could be wrong when they have this money? But it's a show, it's a facade, it's to cover their insecurity, their lack, their weakness. That's why they're in their hyper masculine energy, because underneath it all, they feel weak. So they need to build themselves up with this ego, with this masculinity, with this strong show of dominance. And I feel like with the Queen rising, this literally could be a female we're channeling. So it's a queen in her masculine era. This queen could feel like she don't need no king. Look, she's holding her own chalice. She can fill her own cup. Stepping into power, praised, coming up spotlight. So if you are a masculine watching this, this is your feminine energy in your life. They're being very self-sufficient. They're being the queen without that king. They're being that divine masculine if they can't depend on you to be their divine masculine. And that is the harsh truth that maybe they won't say to you, but they're being everything they need you to be. They're being the man because right now they don't think you're being the man. And if you're not stepping up, or they feel like you're stepping out or not stepping into line, well, they're going to do it their goddamn selves, very stubbornly, very independently. And if this is a masculine you're connecting with, I feel like they could view you as this queen rising. You're a very self-sufficient, independent queen. And they feel like they need to level up their spirituality, their maturity, before they can get into step with you. So they're not ready to fully step into line and, you know, completely submit to your will. But they know that a divine masculine doesn't feel the need to be the alpha male, to overpower, to dominate, to domineer. They know that the divine masculine can submit because it's not a game. It's a relationship. It's a give and take. They want to be the person they need to be in order to be someone who can have a divine relationship. And right now they're trying to work on that spirituality within themselves because they've kind of disconnected from it. And they use things like money, luxury, even people sometimes to cover for what it is they don't want the world to see, which is that they're insecure, they're stressed, and they've got trust issues. So if they don't trust you, how can you trust them? That's what they're asking themselves. So they'd rather keep things separately than completely merge their lives, merge themselves, even merge their heart with you. And even if you do already have commitments with this person, a family even, you always feel like they keep a part of themselves back or to themselves because they feel like they need that part of their soul, of their self. And they hoard that, they hide that because they're not fully confident about this side of them, even about their dark side. And maybe they worry what people would think if they were themselves unfiltered without all the flexing. But the irony is, group 4, that's all you want, is them to take that mask off and to stop hiding, running, and complicating things. You want things to be direct, plain, and simple. But right now, this person would rather beat around the bush and run all around it than get to the point. So it's a bit of a tricky energy to channel, but they do wonder what you see in them because they're not seeing whatever it is that you're seeing. And even though they're trying to push you away, you could be very determined to hold on and to heal that heart of theirs. But it starts with self, it starts with them. So of course you can help them on their healing journey, but it's up to them to start. And they do say they don't know where to start. So, you can tell them, you can advise them, encourage them. As they say though, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So ultimately it's up to them what they do. But if they're gonna be ghosting in your life, in and out, and not consistent, well then I feel like you are going to be in your divine masculine energy, if you're not already, and be completely self-sufficient if you can't fully depend on this person. So thank you for being here with me today. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this, what your feedback is. Any suggestions are welcome. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available. Come back to connect with me again very soon. Subscribe to stay updated with future videos. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah.